The SME Leadership Academy has been rolling out webinar lessons for business leaders. The aim is to help up to 4,000 businesses in some of the sectors hardest hit by the COVID-19 pandemic. The webinars by Google and UOB are targeted at the tourism, F&B and retail sectors. They offer lessons on digital solutions and tools and how to manage a business from home. For a closer look, we're joined by Ben King, Country Director from Google Singapore, and Kelvin Tan, the Director of NewEcon Holdings that runs Econ Minimarts. Thank you both for joining us this evening. Ben, I'll come to you first. With the current circuit breaker measures, are more people trying to use their time to train online?
Well, the simple answer is yes, but to elaborate a little, the SME Leadership Academy is a training program that we launched last year in partnership with UOB to help SMEs stay competitive in today's digital economy. Last year we saw around 340 SME leaders come through the program, including Kelvin from NewEcon. But this program, it's incredibly important to us. Google's vision for Singapore is to empower Singaporeans today for tomorrow. And one of the key areas we're focusing on is skill development. So moving into this year, we plan to 10x the program in capacity to help 4,000 SME leaders by the end of 2021. And then in response to the pandemic, we've worked with the government, the EDB, STB, ESG, and various industry associations to quickly scale our SME Leadership Academy program and bring it online. So going back to your question, are SMEs looking to attend training online during the circuit breaker? I'd say yes. The numbers since we've launched it digitally have been encouraging. Close to 700 people have registered since last Friday for the retail webinar series. And we've seen companies big and small investing in training. So, people from large department stores, luxury goods, dental clinics, hair salons, and a range of others. So diversity is high, and we're really encouraged by the initial response.
So indeed, very healthy numbers there. But these SME targeted webinars, how do they work, Ben?
So previously they were in-person sessions, so 3.5 days in person, and now obviously we're pulling them over to be fully online and delivered through digital platforms. There's a range of different things that we cover. The content spans, online collaboration tools like G Suite and Google Meet to be more effective when managing businesses from home. We're also providing a range of different COVID-19 specific sector insights. Within retail, people are shopping online and looking for skin routines at home. As an example, kitchen appliances, comfortable clothing, things that they weren't necessarily looking for at the scale they are now. For example, some items that we've seen people searching for during this time, include best ergonomic chair, 160% year-over-year growth as one example. But consumers, they're also being more conscious with their spending, and we're sharing details on how how companies can show how their products and services can be more helpful. And we're also sharing a range of different tools like Google My Business and digital solutions offered by UOB, whether it be around sales or invoicing, expenses, or delivery.
Kelvin, as an SME leader, what's going to be, in your mind, the big challenge then to get business leaders to think about training and attending webinars during this COVID-19 period?
Actually, currently, I don't think there's much of a choice, because some of the challenges that we face is, especially for our mini supermarket sector, it's about implementing all the new policies. So we don't really have means to meet up offline currently, so we have moved into meeting in Google Meet, and ever since we have attended the SME Leadership Academy, we have deployed using G Suite. So some of the solutions that we have been using includes things like Google Meet, Drive, Classroom, YouTube, Hangouts, and I think Ben mentioned about Google My Business. I think that was really useful, because if you go into Google My Business, we are able to give an update on COVID-19 specifically. And I think going online training, it's definitely very useful currently, because we can leverage on tools like Google Classroom and the various digital ecosystem provided by Google in order for us to increase our digital presence online.
Well, you mentioned all that. So how do these webinars, well, let's use you for example. For someone like for yourself, how are these webinars useful specifically for your retail sector?
Okay, for us, definitely this is going to be very useful, because they provide little short sessions in order for us to understand the different components of the Google ecosystem. Just to share some of the new tools that we have used includes Google Data Studio and Google Analytics, because we have a little website which we use for promotion. So the webinars actually offers insights to how we can leverage on the business to increase our social media presence, our digital presence online. And other than that, they also offer other suite of services to let you understand how G Suite can increase productivity and help you to achieve some of the things to face digitalization.
And Ben, give us a sense of what sort of digital tools that are out there that can help SMEs tide through this difficult period.
So during this circuit breaker period when physical stores are forced to close, we're seeing businesses turn to digital as their main communication platform for customers. Apart from skills training, we're empowering or trying to empower businesses as much as we can to boost productivity, and Kelvin mentioned productivity just now. From a tool standpoint, we're really doubling down on remote working. Globally, we announced yesterday that we're rolling out our video conferencing solution, Google Meet, for everyone, free of charge, so that everyone can have access to secure and reliable video meetings. Since January, we've seen Meet's peak daily usage grow by 30 times, and as of this month, Meet is adding roughly 3 million new users every single day, and daily participants actually surpassed the 100 million mark just last year. Another area where we're thinking closely about is digital payments. This week we just launched a new feature to support the food and beverage industry in Singapore that employs around 200,000 people in the country. The new Google Pay app allows consumers to discover over 250 local pickup and delivery options, and we've also made the menu discovery feature free to use for all merchants to lower the barriers for entry and make it accessible for everyone.
Cool. Thanks very much for speaking to us, both of you, this evening. Ben King, Country Director at Google Singapore, and Kelvin Tan, Director of NewEcon Holdings. Now, McDonald's fans looking to get that burger and fries